Let's go straight into our first topic. Tunaongea kuhusu mass killings. Yeah, also known as euthanasia. But I want to know how many people here know what mass killings are.
Execution by virtue of relieving of pain in a situation where they think there is hopelessness in retaining life.
Sema kwa situation ambayo wewe ni mama na uko na mtoto. Mtoto wako akwe ni mgonjwa. Na amekuwa mgonjwa for a very long time. Unatumia pesa nyingi sana na madaktari wamekwambia hawaoni hope yake kuwa any better. Na unaona anasafa sana. Unaweza kuchukua option ya yeye maisha yake to end their life.
Utamwacha tu.
Sai uwezi muacha. Kama mtoto ni wako, you have to do everything possible. Kwa sababu mtoto uliumia. If it is money, let money go. Watu mtoto hapana.
Kwa hivyo utaacha tu aendelee kuumia hata kama unaona hakuna cure whatever disease anasafa.
Wacha ni muone tu.
Lakini wewe ukadvocate uawe.
I believe God is the one who gives life, is the one who takes her away, so I have to leave it to him.
Hata mimi naweza kusema siwezi kukubali ati akufe ama niseme adugwe shindano akufe ndio aniondoke. Unaweza kufanya namna hiyo, saa nyingine awe atapona. Kwa maana unaweza kuangalia uone mtu anaweza kukaa miaka kama 5 akiwa mgonjwa, na baada ya miezi kama ingine 2 unapata mtu anatembea.
Morally, we say it's wrong. People who are in religious terms, they don't believe in it. And even in medical, we have had cases where you find as a medical practitioner, you're supposed to give advice. And sometimes you think where you have reached, there's nothing beyond. And it has happened that in several cases you find as a professional, you've given parents or relatives advice. That is where we are. Now there's nothing you can do. You can go home or expect this maybe in a period of 3 months. And technically you're like telling them you don't even spend any money anyway because there's nothing. What you are expecting? And we have had cases where unfortunately within the very period you have specified or even before then, the opposite happens. But I think the issue is most of them we are selfish and we'll always want to use your pain, the one who is suffering, to safeguard what we have because we are feeling like hey, we are spending too much. And people will come up with very good excuses like you are feeling so much, you are suffering. And eventually, I think what they have, for those who are accepting euthanasia, they simply want their comfort.
Life is anchored on hope. Whichever desperate situation we may find ourselves in, we still believe that there is hope for a better tomorrow. And based on that, we want to believe that whoever is sick, terminally it may look, painful as it may look, we still have that hope that something may happen tomorrow. One John Cotton said that there are 2 virtues in life, wealth and health. But the contrast is that the richest will give all his wealth for health, but the poorest cannot give his health for wealth, which means that health is quite paramount. It may be very low in life in terms of you're very sick, but we still hope that you can regain that health. Secondly, I don't know whether you remember this prime minister in Israel, what's he called, Ariel Sharon, who got induced coma about 4 or 5 years back. I don't know whether you are aware about that. And this person is still in coma. He had a brain problem, he got an induced coma, and they're still trying to see whether they can resuscitate that, that they put the person in coma to try and see whether they can fix his health. So really, again, that is a classic example of anchoring our lives in hope. And I think that is important.
Tutaendelea hii mada very shortly. Kwa sasa to watch a small insert ikiwa na maelezo zaidi.
Mass killing can be said to be voluntary killing, killing for a good reason. Mass killing is illegal in Kenya. There are few countries in the world where it is legal. In France, it's legal, and in some states in the US, it is legal. Mass killing is one of those things that happens when people feel that maybe they've come to the end of their lives. They feel a hopelessness in themselves, maybe because they're suffering from a chronic terminal condition. Mass killing is authorized by the person themselves, the person who wants to sleep well, it's the person who wants to die at peace, the person who is volunteering to die. if somebody else does the volunteering, actually that would be murder. The family cannot ask for the person to be killed. The spouse cannot ask. The loved ones cannot ask. It's only the person themselves. And so if they can't do it themselves, then mercy killing can't take place. On one hand, I think there are sometimes people really suffer. People are in deep pain, and everybody knows that they're in a condition that is terminal. It is in those cases when I might feel that perhaps mercy killing might be a good solution. But nonetheless, it means then that we have given up hope totally, yet we should not give up hope. If somebody is still breathing, I think we ought to be hopeful.
So there you go. Still anchored on hope. That is precisely what that person has said. The other thing that he said is that this should be voluntary. I think somebody in real pain, probably in a coma, is not in a position to make that decision. So again, if you pull the plug, then you're committing murder.
No, and let me ask, if in a situation where you have a patient and him or her volunteers and say, I'm struggling and I'm seeing you guys struggling and it's hard for me, so please advise the doctor to pull the plug. Utamwalao afanye hivyo?
Hapa duniani tuko na guide. Na guide inaweza kuwa Biblia, kama Quran, kama kitabu cha Wahindi. Katika Biblia hakuna mahali imeruhusiwa mtu kuuawa.
I can't take the life of someone. Let God take the decision. We are here to live and let God take his will. I can't take the life. Hata kama ameamua.
Hata kama mtu unaona amegojeka kabisa. Huwezi, ni ngumu sana. Hata ingine uchukue kisu mkate ndio ati hiyo uchungu ikwishe. Huwezi.
Isn't it more merciless to watch them suffer? You won't feel guilty.
Hiyo presence yake, I agree. Kumuona iko poa.
You basically looking like it's going to be murder. And that is what will leave you in pieces, as I said. Because you understand that, I mean, really, I killed this person.
I killed my grandma.
I killed my, and you know, sometimes the grandmothers, you know, they're a symbol of marriage. That value, it's not anything that you can get. You know, even 10 years down the line, you'll be saying, I wish Shosho was around. You know, even, I mean, however old, however useless it may look, it's different.
Do you think the doctors have the right to take that step to do that? No.
I work in a hospital, and I've seen cases where we go wrong because we give the wrong. Okay, it's the right advice at that period, but later it turns out to be wrong.
Mtu mmoja alikuwa mgonjwa sana kijabi. Hakuwa na watu yake kumwangalia. Walifanya mzuri sana. Walitibu hiyo mtu, akamaliza kutibiwa akawa mwili wake imerudi sawa sawa. Walimpea kazi huko akawa anafanya. Akalipa ile bill na wakati ya kumaliza bill alienda kwake. Lakini sasa ukisema ati mtu vile anakaa ngoja na watu yake atupe shitano akufe. Wewe utakuwa tu muuaji.
Mumbi Kiharo. Akawa yuko kwa koma for about 4 years. Now I'm imagining how the children used to feel. All right? They go visiting the mother every other day, every single day. She's in a coma, but they can see, all right, Mama is there, and one day she might wake up from that coma.
Zamani, when someone would get very sick, what would our great grandfathers and our forefathers do? Walikuwa wanamchukua, wanampeleka kwa forest, so that the elements, so that the elements can take care of that person, so that they don't watch them suffer. And that's the same thing.
Like mababu zetu walikuwa wanafanya namna hiyo. Wakina mtu amekuwa mgonjwa sana, wanamchukua mpaka msituni ya kulia nafisi. Lakini walikuwa wanatuambia, walikuwa saa ingine unapeleka mtu kiona anaenda kulia nafisi, kesho yake unamuona akirudi kwa boma. Kama angeenda akufe, nani angelaumiwa? Si ni wewe ulimpeleka?
If it was to be legalized in Kenya, mercy killings, what would you think?
Even if they legalize, but it is me to give the consent before somebody is executed. Still, I'll not do it. So the law is not going to be effective still.
Personally, I'd question the legality of Kenya doing it if they were to do it. I don't think that they should.
Okay, JB.
Naona kila mtu amekataa hiyo story kabisa. And for that reason we have decided to kill this topic and to go to the streets to sikia watu na maoni gani ya kusema, then we'll be right back.
Mass killing, kitu ya kwanza ni makosa mbele ya Mungu. Kwa una haki ya kuua mwenzako. Hata kwa mtu alimaututi aje, lazima adhibitishwe hiyo maisha mpaka dakika mwisho Mungu amchukue mwenyewe.
Kama hiyo mashini ni ya kuokoa uhai, ni heri uokoe uhai. Na daktari akaa akijua asitegemee pesa. Pesa ni kitu isha, lakini uhai unaweza okoa mtu.
The process tutamuona, tutakuwa happy. Hiyo happiness yetu itazidi. Sasa naona mashini kuja tu sizima.
Mimi naweza sema tu endelee tu kukaa pale kwa mashini. Juu pia kuna venye unaweza kupata usaidizi kutoka kwa marafiki.
Ile mashini isizimwe, aendelee tu kuwa pale kwa kitanda. Alafu si madaktari wanamhudumia.
Na hayo ndio maoni ya watu kwa streets. We are now taking a short break. We'll be right back. In the meantime, JB?
Yes.
In the
Send
meantime,
us an SMS 8398. Tell us what you think about this mass killing.